Wow, you found your way to the Female Way podcast. My name is Humita Premila, and I'm so honored that you're here. Let's have a great time together. I realized that it's been so long ago that you received a new podcast from me. So the good news is, I'm back. And it was not that I was not active, but we have the daily activations, which is a Telegram group, which you can join for free. And it's also on YouTube, actually. So if you check under my name, Humita Premila, The Feminine Way, then you'll find them. And when you start to record daily activations, and they're like a little bit shorter, it's kind of the recording of today. And the podcast just went to the background. I'm so sorry. But here we are. And wow, it's been a winter. It's been quite a winter. So for the ones who don't know me, let me do a little introduction. My name is Humita Premila and I'm 47, turning 48 this summer. I'm a Gemini. And I spent my first winter in 15 years in Amsterdam. And, oh gosh, I can say so much about it. But the best thing I can say is Amsterdam is good. Amsterdam is just an amazing place. Amsterdam has as well all my flavors, my sides, my interests, the things I like to do. I mean, like what I always say about, as you know, I lived in Ibiza for so many years and then in Tulum and in Bali. But Amsterdam is just good. So I'm bringing today actually kind of autumn vibes. First time having rain since 5-6 weeks. We have nothing to complain in this country, like nothing. I mean, this weekend it's going to be like 23 degrees. And what is it, half April? Okay, but you're not here to listen to me rambling about the weather in Amsterdam and all of that. Although, when you're around, let me know in Amsterdam, because we're going to have quite some live events. Somewhere there's a button where you can directly connect with me, or you just send me an email to info@humita.nl. Because I always like to meet you in person. There's something, when you meet each other in person. But I'm rambling. You see how much I missed you? Let me just share with you what you can expect today. I'm going to share with you, maybe it's the secret you've been waiting for all the way. What makes you a success as an entrepreneur? What makes you a success? This is big. What do you need to finally have this effortless, easy, sexy business where you work 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, and you never have the feeling that you're working? I can say from my heart to yours, I never worked a minute in my life. Well, only when I do taxes. I mean, now luckily I don't have to do it myself anymore, but that felt like... And the funny thing, when I was doing it was not so bad. So I'm going to share with you something that changed my life in my business. And I've seen women thriving. Yesterday I was connecting with the queen of the queens of the queens in the coaching business. 2020 to 2025, she hit 100 million. 2020 to 2025, that's nearly 5 years. 100 million. Then this other hotshot just made easy month of March a little bit more than 3 million in cash. So I'll speak about money as well. And I know for some of you it's very triggering. I don't have that myself so much. I mean, I just love money. I think money is just, money in my hands is good for the world. I am such a spender. I mean, I'm just looking at 2 amazing bouquets in front of me. Flowers. So beautiful. I look at my space where I'm sharing my words with you right now. Just lovely decorated. I have someone come. Yesterday I had someone come to rearrange a little bit. That was my washing machine. I wanted to rearrange a little bit because my absence, of course, I was sharing the daily activations and they're there. I think we're on day 67 or something. Started in the beginning of the year. But I also had a very, very, very rough time health-wise. But it will come. I'm not ready to share yet because it was a very serious matter. I'm still recovering from that. But yes, I gave my first in-person workshop last Sunday. And as I love meeting you all, I mean, especially for this podcast, the biggest target audience, listeners, in this case for my podcast, are from New York City. So if you're from New York City and you're around in Amsterdam and now you know where I am, send me a message. Because this live event, I mean, me being back on stage, being able to do that, being able to hold space and, feeling good enough to do that was, it can make me cry in this moment, but I don't know if you're waiting for my tears. I think you're waiting for something else. You're waiting for the feminine codes. What should you add to your business to make a shitload of money? That's what you're waiting for. That's what you want to know. But being able to be back on stage in a full cathedral with amazing beings, sharing my gift, and it was just a 10 out of 10. You see the people coming in a bit shaky, a bit, uncomfortable and unknown. And at the end of the day, they have all new friends. They're laughing. They feel free. They don't want to leave. I had to kick them out. And they all want more. So I started as an entrepreneur in 2010. Yes. I am 47. I've been around. And even when I was a businesswoman, I was running companies within companies. The last company I was working for, I was basically taking care, delegating to, I think it was a little bit more than 300 people, between 300 and 400 people. So maybe you can say it's something I like doing. Yeah. So I never worked a minute in my life. So that's something I would really chew on if I was you. And it's a very important, big one. Because if you do what you love, if you're passionate about what you're doing, you don't have to struggle to get out of your bed, but you just jump out because there's another day. In the evening, I have that often. I just don't want to go to bed because I have so many things. I want to text a few clients more. I want to create another online program because I have something really good, and that's in this moment. I will share with you at the end, because otherwise I think you're already registering. It's just like, but it's also, of course, what I do is everything. What I teach, what I share with you, the online programs I make, private clients come to me because, yes, I was born in a tantric family. Yes, I was a very successful businesswoman. Yes, I'm an entrepreneur for a long time. I'm not this yesterday coach. No, I started in 2010. But what stands out is I experienced everything myself. I started this business because I knew that there was more possible in the bedroom. Don't get me wrong. I had the most amazing, loving, healthy relationship for 13 years. I was engaged to this man. And this man is still one of my heroes. It was a perfect sacred union. And of course, there are always some flaws. But the flaws were like little rice lost thingies, like a sesame seed. It was nothing compared to the love, the respect, the adoration, the intimacy, the connection, the depth, all of that. But I always knew that there was more. But it was not him, it was not me, it was the unknown. We have no clue here. I can actually say we have no clue in the world. What is real intimacy? What is real connection? What is real love? What is really building this epic sacred union? Because I don't know about you, but the reason I'm here on this earth is to be in an epic sacred union. Point. So I started this work because I knew how to do it. Eventually, I wanted to make love with life. And I was so passionate about it, and I took kind of sabbatical, and I really went into it, and I eventually became my job. Because I was 38 when I made love in that way that I had an orgasm in every cell of my body. That I opened up every inch of my body. And I started to make love with life. While I was cooking, while I was doing grocery, when I'm talking to you, I feel orgasmic everywhere. So, as I promised, sharing with you the feminine codes for success. Be passionate. Be passionate and love everything you do. And love what arises. Whether it's pain, it's suffering, it's an event, it's you're completely broke, heartbroken, financially broken, whatever. Just love everything about it. So, the feminine codes of success are trusting that life gives you exactly what you need. Not what you want. Definitely not what you want, but what you need. Trust is super important. Trust where you are. Trust what life is sharing with you. Trust the situation you're in. Trust the people around you. Till they don't deserve it anymore. Then you just let them go. Wordiness. You need a level of wordiness to feel complete, to feel whole, and to move. Because in this wordiness, there is your strength, there is your gift, that's what you're supposed to do. And especially as an entrepreneur, we all have a purpose and a gift. And there is always someone waiting for you. Your clients are literally out there waiting for you to show up. But of course, it's how you show up. I can see in my business. So for example, when my body was going through sensations, what we call illness here in the West, I can see it in my business. Because the way I show up is different. Maybe I show up from my bed. Maybe I showed up with 41 degrees fever. I showed up with feeling a bit foggy in my head. I always showed up because I have my private clients, I have my business, I have my meetings. I'm an entrepreneur. But there's a difference. There's a difference in your energy at that moment. And keep up. Every time you fall out, it's like you have to start over again. So you need a certain level of consistency. Keep up and consistency. Over the years, I shared with you the making love with life, inviting Tantra in all areas of your life, because it's a lifestyle. The Indian people are not crazy. They're living a tantric lifestyle, and it's this vibrant, radiant acceptance, full body aliveness in all the areas of their life. That's when you're walking the mystical path. So, in the Tantric Business Accelerator, it's an opportunity to be involved. Well, let me say it differently. Like I said, I was born in a tantric family. Indian roots, Uttar Pradesh, beautiful. My grandfather praying, devoting, doing rituals and ceremonies every morning, every evening. The man turned 99 without ever seeing a hospital from the inside. So that was quite an example, something to live up to. He was a natural born talent. He had 7 children. He survived 4 of them. That is hard. And still his heart was open. He was full embodied. He knew, he understood. Because he was living that tantric lifestyle. And this tantric lifestyle has codes. These codes you have in you. So I was born as a tantrika, but you were born as a tantrika as well. And that's where I want to go to. You just have to peel off her layers. And what you want is, you want to discover, why am I here? What's my purpose? What can I do to make this world an even more beautiful place? You want to live your life purpose. Otherwise you come back and you have to do it all again. Or you're always questioning, do I really want to do this? Should I change? Should I this? Should I that? And even as a mom, do I go back to work or maybe not? Do I leave my corporate job? Or as an entrepreneur, it's the most asked question. Is this really my purpose? How can I make money with it? I want to have an easier system. What I truly believe, and here it comes. This tantric mystical path is here to bring you closer to yourself. I'm not pretending to solve any problems, or I don't, even in my coaching trainings, I'm not teaching them to solve problems. What is a problem? Maybe it's a gift. Maybe it's just whatever. It's really look at the terms and labels you use. So, it's more so about, I'm here to create containers, spaces, events, Zoom calls, phone calls, being in my energy, spreading that energy into the world for people to come closer to themselves. Whether they want to make a shitload of money, whether they just want to feel good, find their soulmate, connecting more with themselves, healing their bodies, becoming a mommy, or all of the above. I'm a all of the above kind of person. So in this program where I'm going to share all the codes, it will bring you closer to you. The other day I had a friend. She's an extremely beautiful person. She's been very successful in the corporate world. Now working for herself. And I see the struggles. I just see the struggles. Everything I just shared with you, it's not there. No, rephrase. It is there. One day, couple of hours, fallout, tired, I'm not good enough, am I ever going to make it? Other people are there, better mother, better entrepreneur. This woman, 100 million, oh my God, I better go to bed. Or maybe I take a bucket with chips and a Coca-Cola and just hide myself. I know, I'm on a diet, but today, who cares? The tantric codes, they make sure, because it's a lifestyle, the tantric codes, they make sure that you remember again, and it's in every area of your life. So the way I put my flowers in the vase is with as much tantric energy as when my man will come home later. So your life is one big foreplay. And that just doesn't happen overnight, babe. It's a remembrance. And I can tell you the good news. There's a waiting list. This is gonna be something really special. Implementing these feminine codes for success in your life. It is, wow. 6 months. It's incredibly intensive. It's definitely not for everyone. It's for women like me, you know. I want to live my best life. I don't want to waste a minute. And it doesn't mean that I'm, running around every single second. I mean, that was my lesson in this whole illness period. But I'm still feeling fully and total happy and blessed in any given situation. And it's for those women. Yeah, wow. I'm back. So expect a lot of podcasts in the coming period. I will be traveling to India. But I will travel as well with a group of women in 2026 to India. We're going back to the roots of the sacred feminine. Oh, so many good things are coming. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being in my world. I appreciate you. And just remember the mantra of today. It only gets better. But if you don't do anything, nothing happens. So make sure you keep the energy moving. See you. Thank you for making it all the way through the end. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being in my life. Please, I would be so grateful if you give it a 5-star so other women can also find this podcast. We're in it together. Together we change the world. If you want to know a little bit more, go to www.humita.nl. Let's dance in this life together. Sending you love. Till we meet again.